This is Kathy Biehl of Empowermentunlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of September 3rd, 2018. Out of chaos and confusion comes clarity. My law school torts professor used to say to us during the first couple of weeks of class, when we were most decidedly completely immersed in the chaos and confusion. But sure enough, Professor Paige Keaton was right, and after a bit, chaos and confusion did give way to clarity. And that is what we began to get this week. The summer was so this way and that way, especially with so many retrogrades. Now, the direction of life is less every which way and much more this way. If clarity is an issue, you can bet that Mercury is going to be playing a role, and he, in fact, has a number of important tasks this week. The cosmic communicator starts things off, opening some doorways in relationships, so the possibility exists for conversations that could end up being very helpful. And then he slips into his home of Virgo, the only earth sign in which the winged messenger is, in fact, comfortable. So with Mercury not only being clearly out of his retrograde, but also now in his home base, things are going to start to clarify. The way we look at the world, the way we take in information and process it, will be more practical and detail-oriented, less look at me, and filled with drama, and more inclined to evaluate, examine, chew, think about things, figure out ways to fix things. And his first big task after he goes home is linking up with an energy that we felt at the end of August, when the Lord of Order teamed with the Lord of Disruption and Innovation and Chaos. Chaos again. That would be Saturn and Uranus. And at the end of the week, Mercury forms a grand trine in Earth with them, which means a round-robin flow of energy that is incredibly focused on what happens on the Earth plane. Add to this that Saturn, planet of adulting, leaves his retrograde right before this grand trine locks into place on the 6th. And this adds to the this way vibe. There's a sense of movement, of stabilizing, of a container being put on some notions, on some energies, getting clarity, getting information about it, thinking through how we can actually make something happen. And if you got through the end of August without a feeling that something was locking into place, this energy might give you the aha that you need to see what it is. It might give you the to-do list, the checklist of, okay, got to do this, and this. It might open opportunities for discussing how you're going to go about it. And if there is a relationship component into whatever is blossoming and taking shape, it gets kicked into higher gear this weekend. Venus, who rules our relationships, our connections, what we value about life, creativity, money, gets into a shoving match with her cosmic lover, Mars, the ruler of our drive, also the sex drive. She gives him marching orders and then shoves him out the door. She says, I want X. And he says, yes, my lady, and heads out to go get it. And as soon as this happens, she changes mode, leaves Libra, aka Relationship Central, and dives into the dark, intense, murky, sultry, sexy waters of Scorpio, where she wants what she wants, and she really wants it, and she wants it, and she's not going to let go. This affects how we deal with each other. As soon as this demand for action gets set into motion, all of our social dealings become deeper and more intense. This means not running around being nice to everybody and talking to everybody in creation, but focusing, honing in on a person or two, a situation or two, something that we want to experience deeply. Venus is in the approach to her own retrograde, which starts in October. And at that point, she's going to cross over the area where she's traveling this week and next week, and actually for the rest of this month. So we will get a chance to go back over, to revisit, to reconsider the value of whatever desires we find ourselves diving into this month. Her dive into the deep, intense waters of Scorpio is pretty much the counterpoint in the sky to the get back to work, get down to business, let's clean things up vibe of Virgo, where Mercury is, his home sign, the sun is, and on the 9th, the same day that Venus changes signs, the new moon occurs. We'll be going into this with new ideas about how we're going to do a few things differently, how we're going to bring some new and innovative structures into being, but at the same time, not running around wanting to clean everything up, but focusing on the areas that mean most to us. Chaos and confusion are dissipating, and clarity is coming in. The homing thought of the week, mens sana in corpore sano, a healthy mind in a healthy body. Song of the week, the Happy Working Song from Enchanted by Amy Adams. And the image of the week is comparing a road sign to a map. You'll find more about all this in my forecast for the month of September, which is already up at my site, Empowermentunlimited.net, and in my forecast for the Virgo new moon, which will be posted by Monday, September 3rd at Empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list, listen to these weekly podcasts, and book a session with me. Talk to you next week.